Three questions. That's the whole list. Okay? Forget about having 20 questions that you've got to work out what your next property is going to be. So, this is what I found while I downsized. First of all, when I looked into why 20% of homeowners in 2024 were over 70, there was a reason, yet most of them were still filling in checklists for first time buyers, people that were 30 years old looking for their first or second house. And that wasn't the type of checklist that I wanted when I was downsizing. So these extra 17 questions, checklist of 20, you only need three questions. So what are the three questions that you need to ask yourself when you want to get your new home? Well, they're hiding it from you. And I know that that sounds like a bold claim, doesn't it? So let's walk through exactly what I mean. Because once you see, you can't really unsee it. If you've ever sat down with an agent or pulled up one of these online custom buyer profile forms, you know the drill. 20 questions, sometimes more. What's your preferred square footage? How many bedrooms do you want? Do you want a 2 or 3 car garage? You get the idea, don't you? So, granite worktops. Yeah, quartz worktops. And on and on and on. Here's the problem: those forms are designed for somebody buying their first home. They're not designed for us. They're not designed for people looking to downsize and looking for their forever home. Someone who's building, oh, yeah, they're designed for somebody building a life outward. More kids, more space, more stuff to impress people. But if you're in your 60s or 70s, late 50s in my case, you're not building an outward anymore. What you need is you building inwards. You're building for the second part of your life when you're downsizing, when you take everything that you've got and you've just got to not survive, but your income stops basically, doesn't it? And then you've just got to go on. So you're thinking about comfort, about ease, about waking up in the morning and actually enjoying where you are instead of maintaining where you are. That's a completely different conversation, isn't it? Yet nobody's having it with you. When you go to your agents, when mortgage brokers, whatever, according to Iman News, the 55 plus buyer property prior to planning for a future they aren't yet experiencing. So think about this for a second. You're supposed to be making one of the biggest financial decisions of your life based on a future vision of yourself that you can only imagine. And instead of helping you imagine that clearly, these checklists that they give and the questions they ask, most of these custom buyer profile bury your questions about cabinet finishes. And so here are the three questions that actually matter. Number one, and I'll show you why each one of these does more work than the other 70s combined. The first question, this is it. What does your morning look like 5 years from now? Not your dream home, not your wish list, your morning. Do you see yourself walking out to a small patio with a coffee, no gardening work to do, no waiting for you to paint the fence or something like that? Do you picture yourself in a single story layout where everything you need is on one floor? Are you near a family? Are you near a hospital? Near a walking trail near buses. That one answer, when you really sit down, eliminates roughly 80% of the wrong properties before you even open a single listing, because it forces you to think about how you actually live, not how a house looks in photos. And that's the difference between spending your weekends touring houses that look right on paper but feel wrong the moment you step in, versus walking into a place and knowing immediately this is it. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The second question: what monthly number lets you sleep easy? Not your maximum budget, not what the bank says you can afford, your comfortable number, the amount where you pay your mortgage or your rent, the upkeep of the property, your council taxes, you cover all your bills, and you still have breathing room for things that make retirement actually feel like retirement. This matter more than most people realize. Fairway, one of the large mortgage educators in the US, points out that you qualify for a mortgage after retirement the same way as before retirement. Lenders like Chase require proof of 3 years of stable income from your assets, from your pension. So yes, you can get approved for big mortgages. But getting approved and sleeping well are two different things. And if you buy at the ceiling, you're trading one stress for another stress. You left your job that was weighing you down, and now your house payment is weighing you down instead. That's not freedom. That's just a different cage with a nicer countertops, nicer doors, nice garden, maybe. Most of the 20 questions profiles never ask it. They ask for your price range, which is not the same thing at all. Now, the third question, and honestly, this might be the most powerful one of them all. What are you doing now that you don't want to do in the future? What are you done maintaining? Are you done with the lawn? I certainly am anyway. Done climbing up to clean the gutters, cutting down trees. My thing that I'm done with now is laying decking planks every couple of years. Done replacing furnace boilers every 15 years. Don't worry about the roof anymore. You've done that. You don't have to do that anymore. Time a storm rolls through, you don't have to worry at this stage of your life. That extra best bedroom you'll never use. People, that existing home after needs costly maintenance and repairs.